Welcome back, guys. Well, it's already happening, isn't it? Woke up today with a message off eBay, and yep, the battle has already started between eBay and Vinted. It's it's quite a big one, but is it going to really affect somebody like me who's a business seller? I don't really think it will. I'm going to go through it, what the email said. You've probably all got it, but if you don't understand what it's about, basically on the 4th of February, eBay are coming out with a buyer's protection fee for private sellers. So it's not really going to affect me in that way because obviously I'm a business seller. Is it going to benefit me? I don't think it will. I don't think it's going to make any difference. So if you haven't got the email and you're wondering what I'm on about, the 4th of February, eBay are releasing buyer protection for private sellers. So what this means is anybody who's buying something from a private seller, they will have a little protection fee on top of their sale item. So bit like Vinted, basically. Vinted, that's what they do. They have a little protection thing. It all depends on how much a thing is worth, and then they'll put a little bit of a fee on. I actually think this is a good idea. Even though eBay are copying Vinted, it is a very good idea, and this is how Vinted make their money. As a business seller, it's not going to affect any of us because we get that included. That is one of the benefits of this email. It's only affecting private sellers. But is it really going to affect them? I mean, it all depends on the item. And what I mean about that is the buyer protection fee will vary in price. So for something really cheap, you're going to be looking maybe at quid, max £2, depending on the price of the item. But when it comes to really expensive stuff, I don't know, over £100, you're going to have a nice big chunky fee to put on that. So it could affect them, and that's where us as business sellers could benefit from it because obviously we haven't got that. So we could be selling something the same price as a private seller and they haven't got to pay obviously the protection fee. They also say we're going to get more customer support 24 hours a day, and it's going to be people in the real life. We're not going to speak to robots, which I thought we had anyway. One thing they are introducing for business sellers though is on the 20th of January, we're supposed to be getting more coupons, multi-buys and stuff like that. I don't use any of them. I only use the actual sales things, which I'm going to talk about tomorrow because I've been doing nothing. I'm having like Christmas off. I'm going to start fresh on Monday, and because I just want some time off. That's why I haven't been doing many videos. I haven't been listing at all, but I did put on a sale for this week. So I'm going to talk about, what my sales are like without listing and just doing a sale. But also eBay included that there is going to be more benefits to being a business seller in the future. So what could that be? I just hope it's something to do with something free. Maybe take off postage and packaging. So, the customer, if you've got a business account, you get free postage and packaging. Well, we don't get charged for it. Like, I think that will be a really good thing for a business seller. So then people will maybe convert. But other than that, it basically says nothing else for business sellers. That is it. Wow, we're just hearing about this protection fee thing, and to be frank, I don't think there's any difference. I don't think it'll make any difference. The whole fees is our biggest problem with like being a business seller. The thing that bothers me the most about eBay is they've sort of divided resellers from private to business. If you're business, you're basically not getting anything free. If you're private, you're basically getting everything free. And they're making a lot more money than us if they are like actually a business. And that's one thing that really winds me up. People might think it's funny, and if you are one of them people who think it's funny, you need to really look at your life a bit more, because if you think you can carry on pretending to be a private seller and get away with it, well, eBay are coming out with some more rules, which they're going to come and get you, because what they're doing, is they're hunting down all you private sellers. So they're looking at your sales. And I said this in a previous video saying, I feel like they're not going to be doing much. We all know people, and the thing is, we know people because of YouTube. People who don't do social media, we will never know if they're, business sellers or private sellers. You just buy something, and people who buy stuff don't really care if they're business sellers or private sellers. It doesn't bother them. They're just buying the item. The people it does annoy is people who are generally trying to be legit and doing it the way that eBay want you to do by being a business seller. We pay all these things, we pay shops and all this, and these private sellers are really getting away with it. I'm not saying every private seller is bad, because some of them are just doing it for a side hustle or making a little bit of money. And that's what it's meant to be for. It's not supposed to be for people like myself. So people who are making over a certain amount of money a year and basically getting it all for free. In my last video, I told you how much I made on eBay. And I just think of how much more money I would have in my pocket if I didn't have to pay any fees. And this is the thing that needs to be stopped. See, eBay are now going to be getting some money back with obviously this protection fee, but they're not going to be making as much money as they would have done if they actually stuck to what they actually said they was going to do, and actually tell them they need to go to a business account, or restrict them or ban them, whatever. It doesn't make any difference to me. I don't care, because in the end of the day, I feel it's wrong. It's not right, is it? I don't think it's right for anybody to be like, sort of like, I would say, being dishonest and also boasting about it, which I actually think is very, people who want to watch people who want to do this and want to look professional, or want to sort of like get a bit of respect in the reselling community. You've got no respect from me at all if you think you can actually carry on pretending you are acting like a business, but you're actually not doing anything about it. So I have got no respect for you at all if you're doing that. But apparently they are hunting them down. They're going to be asking them to move, and if they don't, they will restrict their accounts. The final part, which is really good about this email, is about obviously private sellers and how they get their money. Now, this will affect a lot of people, because obviously as a reseller, you need to get that money back to go and buy new stuff. So what they are doing is basically copying Vinted again. As a business seller, if somebody buys something from me now, I can virtually get that money straight away. Maybe it might take a day, maybe a few hours. Obviously depends. But with private sellers, they have to now wait for their money until that item has been delivered to that place. It's going to be a week until you actually receive any money. So that is one good thing. It's the same as Vinted basically. So yeah, the email, like I said, there's not much difference than what is happening on Vinted already, and they've been doing it for months and months. Is this update any good? For a business seller, no. There's nothing that we're going to benefit from this. We are not benefiting anything. We're not going to get anything cheaper. We're not going to get anything like to support us. And yeah, same old as always. Private sellers, they are going to be knuckling down on you. So like I said, if you are a private seller and you do earn a lot of money, just be legit. Just go out and move over to be a business seller, because they will come for you. And I don't know how they will come for you. They might just be politely asking you to move over there. Or they might just go, you know what? You've made so much money last year. You know what? We're going to restrict your account. And then you got to move over to a business seller, and after a month, I don't know. Sometimes they can do that. I don't know. I don't know how they're going to restrict people, but we will find out. Obviously, we'll find out on other people's channels, because yeah. Thank you for watching, guys. I hope you've all had a good New Year and all that lot. Yeah, I'm still all messed up. I don't even know what day it is. But that's what I said. Monday is the start of my, like, obviously back to work and all that lot. But yeah, let's hope this year is going to be a good one for all of us.